What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with Dark Outpost, and we've talked a lot on this channel about Zack Snyder's Justice League, about the hashtag Release the Snyder Cut movement, and now we are going to see that on HBO Max in 2021. But something else that we've also talked about might not have got quite as much attention, and that is David Ayer's Suicide Squad and the hashtag Release the Ayer Cut movement. And July 20th, today, there is a big push to get the attention of HBO Max and at&t and say that there are a ton of people out there that want to see what David Ayer had in store for us in the original version of Suicide Squad. And so let's just go right here. They are watching Zack Snyder's Justice League November 17th equals July 20th, the Ayer Cut. Hashtag Release the Ayer Cut, hashtag Op Squad. So right now, both of those things are trending. You have a lot of DC fans out there who are tweeting, tagging HBO Max, tagging at&t, letting them know. And you even have David Ayer himself releasing a little bit of the script to show us just part of how this movie, it was so absolutely different than what we got in theaters. And you know the stories about the Snyder Cut and how Warner Brothers felt really uncomfortable after the reaction to Batman v Superman. They wanted to go in a Marvel light type of direction, and that resulted in the absolute mishmash and weird feeling that was Justice League, the theatrical release. The same thing happened for Suicide Squad. I wanted to show you what David Ayer said about his film. This is from May 30th. This trailer nailed the tone and intention of the film I made. Methodical, layered, complex, beautiful, and sad. After the BVS review shell-shocked the leadership at the time and the success of Deadpool, my soulful drama was beaten into a comedy, right? And what they're talking about is I started the joke trailer. And he's talking about reshoots that were made, scenes that people saw in the trailer that didn't get to the theatrical release because it was very much bastardized, just like Zack Snyder's Justice League. I wanted to show you guys a little bit of what he's talking about. I want you to watch some of this and tell me if you think that this is what we were supposed to get. Here it is. We can't play all of it because it does have music and Warner Brothers will hit me hard. Let's see. Just when you hear this, when you hear the music, you see the scenes that they're setting up. Is this something that seems to you like it was supposed to be this little buddy comedy that it ended up trying to be?
Are you the devil?
No jokes, no anything like that. Like dramatic bits between these people. I especially wanted to go back to here where you actually start to see some of the things near the end of the movie.
Know what they say about the crazy ones?
Huh?
Oh, I'm not gonna kill you.
And I will say, I was not the biggest fan of Jared Leto's Joker, but I also feel like we never really got a chance to see what he was supposed to be. What we got in the theatrical version, I do not like. I don't know if you'll ever get me to really like that kind of gangster Joker that he was, but I would like to see what it was supposed to be before they cut so much out of the film. And we will look at the script. We will look at it in a second that David Ayer released.
I'm just gonna hurt you. Really, really bad.
So obviously we couldn't play the whole trailer because they're obviously going to hit us for copyright and stuff. But does that tone of that movie seem in any way, shape, or form like what we got? The answer is quite obviously no. They wanted to put oh, look, let's do Guardians of the Galaxy. Let's do these songs that everybody knows. Let's make it just be a complete comedy. They tried to go Marvel light, and it didn't work out. And this is only Gob Forgives, of course, Film Gob. Shout out Film Gob. Let's take a look, though. We have to look at now. This is the script. David Ayer just dropped this to just show us a hint of how much different his script was and his movie was. Continued. Enchantress squares off against the 7 ragged and exhausted interlopers as they approach her high noon style. Boomer reacts, turns white with horror. Boomer, bloody hell, I found Walla. Now they all see her. Waller is levitating upside down behind the Enchantress, unconscious and oddly glowing. Her head is wired up with black inky tendrils from the Enchantress's aura. That stops the squad dead in their tracks. Then, the arming lights on their necks begin to flash red. What the hell? Joker steps out, holding Waller's detonator in his hand. Joker, one more step, you die, because snitches get stitches. Switching sides with the law, it's supposed to be us versus them, not us versus us. Harley beams with joy. Puddin', Harley says. Flag, he's not real. Joker, I'm the most real thing here. I'm the walking, talking truth. Or maybe I'm not. And if I'm not, then this won't blow his head off. Joker's thumb hovers over Deadshot's face on the screen. Deadshot to Flag. He's real, dude. He's real, okay? To Joker. Joker, you know I never had no beef with you. Enchantress. Bring me the sword. I want the sword. Joker. Harley, dear, please give the woman the sword. Harley looks at her new friends and shrugs. Now, the sword, I think a lot of people are assuming that's Katana's sword. And Katana was supposed to be a bigger part of this movie. She seemed like an afterthought the whole way. And honestly, I feel like her character was very interesting that they didn't really do anything with in the theatrical cut. This is just a bit showing that Joker was supposed to be a bigger part of this movie, that he was working with Enchantress, just like all the things that have been said about this movie. I want to see it. I don't know if I'm going to like it because unlike, Zack Snyder, whose movies I really enjoyed in the DCEU, I know what I was getting. With Man of Steel and Batman vs. Superman Ultimate Cut, I know that I like those movies, so I'm pretty confident I'm going to like Justice League, his cut of Justice League. With David Ayer, I've never seen him make whatever his true vision would be for the DCEU, so I'm not 100% sure I'm going to like it. But I am 100% sure that I want to see it. I want to see what is originally intended. I want to see how this movie ties into Zack Snyder's Justice League, because it does. It's one of the reasons they changed it too, because they started wanting to change things about that movie. A lot of the storyline, a lot of the enemies, and a lot of the villains you might see in Justice League were also supposed to be at least discussed in David Ayer's Suicide Squad. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments below. And if you want to see it, I would highly implore you to go out there and make a tweet about it as well and let people know that that's what you want to see. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I will talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone. And a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.